The movie opens with Alex, a seemingly unmotivated woman in her late 20s, at her sister Kelly's baby shower. Alex works for her mother Elizabeth Rose's cosmetics company Rose Cosmetics and is dating Finn, who works at a record store and aspires to be a video game developer. Her family, particularly her mother, subtly expresses their disappointment with Alex's life choices, contrasting her with her more seemingly successful siblings Julian and Zoe. Alex's nephew Lucas and niece Emma are also present, adding a playful element with a scavenger hunt. The celebratory mood is quickly overshadowed by a series of passive-aggressive remarks from other guests about Alex's career and relationship status. A friend, Katie, offers Alex some cannabis gummies, hinting at Alex's tendency to avoid confronting her problems. Alex's discomfort is palpable as she grapples with her perceived failures. Later, a private conversation between Alex and her mother Elizabeth reveals deeper issues. Elizabeth expresses concern that Alex is floundering and lost, having abandoned her true passions for a comfortable but unfulfilling job. Alex, however, defends her choices, arguing that passion is overrated and that she is simply embracing the lower expectations of her generation. She also announces that Finn has asked her to move in, framing it as a practical decision to save rent rather than a romantic one. During this conversation, Elizabeth also reveals that her cancer has returned, and this time it is terminal. Alex, devastated, immediately offers to quit her job and move in with her mother to care for her, but Elizabeth refuses any magic treatments or prolonging the inevitable. Following Elizabeth's death, the family gathers for the reading of her will. The lawyer Brad Ackerman, a surprisingly young associate partner, presides. The will's contents prove contentious and shocking. Julian inherits Plato's works, a subtle jab at his intellect. Zoe receives a valuable Tamayo painting with a playful condition that Lucas never leaves her. The family home is to be kept for 6 months, but none of the children can reside there for more than 10 consecutive days, a provision that puzzles and frustrates them. The biggest bombshell comes with the announcement that the majority shares of Rose Cosmetics and the CEO title will go to Catherine, Julian's wife, effectively firing Alex from her marketing position. Alex is left with nothing, and her inheritance is deferred to a later date with a mysterious asterisk. Brad explains that Elizabeth left a private message for Alex. Returning home, Alex, feeling betrayed and disinherited, watches the DVD her mother left for her. On the video, Elizabeth explains that during her final days she found Alex's old life list, a compilation of childhood dreams and aspirations. Elizabeth expresses her concern that Alex has lost her way, settling for a life far removed from her true passions. She challenges Alex to complete the items on this list, revealing that each completed task will unlock another DVD, and upon completion of the entire list by New Year's, Alex will receive her full inheritance. Alex shares the list with her friends, revealing ambitious and quirky goals like go all out in a mosh pit, play one-on-one with a New York Knick, and do stand-up comedy. Her friends encourage her, but Alex is resistant, especially to the idea of teaching again, a former passion she'd abandoned. The Find True Love item on the list prompts a discussion about her relationship with Finn. A friend suggests Elizabeth's true love test, a 4-question assessment. Can you tell him everything in your heart? Is he kind? Does he help you become the best version of yourself? And can you imagine him as the father of your children? Alex's internal monologue reveals she struggles with the first and fourth questions regarding Finn. Alex attempts to talk to Finn about the list and her feelings. Finn, however, is preoccupied with his video game, dismisses her concerns, and suggests that her inheritance would benefit their future and his gaming company, further diminishing her own aspirations. Their conversation devolves into an argument, with Alex feeling unheard and misunderstood. The fight ends with Alex walking out. Alex then decides to embrace her mother's challenge, viewing it as a way to connect with her mother and escape her current single, unemployed state. She visits Brad, who gives her a second DVD after she agrees to complete the tasks. Brad's casual mention of his girlfriend Nina and his observation about Alex's lingering lunch on her tie highlights Alex's disheveled state. Her first task is do stand-up comedy. Despite her nervousness, she performs at an open mic night. Her initial jokes fall flat, but after an awkward interaction with another comedian, Jackson, she improvises a raw and honest joke about him, finally getting genuine laughs. The set is short but significant, marking Alex's first step towards reclaiming her authentic self. Alex, a woman in her early 30s, has been struggling since being fired from her teaching job. Her mother Elizabeth, who runs a successful cosmetics company, seems to be the only one who believes in her potential, but even their relationship is strained. When Elizabeth dies from a recurrence of cancer, Alex and her siblings Lucas and Julian gather for the reading of the will. While her brothers receive direct inheritances, Alex is shocked to learn that her share is conditional upon her completing a life list her mother created for her when she was 13. This list contains seemingly simple tasks like learn to drive, get a tattoo, read Moby Dick, learn to play Clair de Lune on the piano, and find true love, but also more challenging ones like become a great teacher and reconcile with your dad. The executor of the will is a young, attractive lawyer named Brad Ackerman, who, despite his formal demeanor, seems genuinely interested in helping Alex navigate this unusual inheritance. Alex's mother also left her a series of video messages, one for each completed task, offering guidance and insight. One of the first challenges Alex faces is finding a new job. Brad, who does pro bono work for a women's shelter on the Lower East Side, suggests she could teach there. Hesitantly, Alex accepts. Her first day is a disaster, marked by a confrontation with a difficult student named Ezra, whose mother recently died. The shelter's consulting therapist Garrett Taylor advises Alex to be patient with the children, likening them to cats who need to come to you. He also forms an immediate undeniable connection with Alex. As Alex starts working through her list, she also tries to mend her relationship with her estranged father. During a dinner, her father, frustrated by Alex's continued self-deprecation, reveals a bombshell. Elizabeth had an affair with a musician named Johnny Alvarez before Alex was born, implying that Alex's father might not be her biological dad. This revelation shatters Alex's understanding of her family and her own identity. She confronts her brother Lucas, who confirms the story, explaining that their parents had agreed to keep it a secret to save their marriage. Feeling completely adrift, Alex seeks Brad's help to find Johnny Alvarez. Brad, despite his initial reluctance to get involved in such a personal matter, agrees to assist her. As they work together, a subtle attraction begins to develop between them, even though Brad is in a relationship. Meanwhile, Alex continues to teach at the shelter, gradually connecting with Ezra by sharing her own experience of losing her mother. She also starts piano lessons with her old teacher Ms. Wyman to fulfill the Claire de Lune task, agreeing to perform in a recital. Alex's relationship with Garrett deepens and they attend a charity gala together where Garrett introduces her to his ex-girlfriend Nina. The interaction is awkward, with Nina subtly hinting at Garrett's alpha personality and suggesting Alex isn't his usual type. Despite this, Alex feels a strong connection with Garrett and they share a kiss. As Alex works through her life list, she realizes that the purpose isn't just to complete tasks but to embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth. She begins to find her voice, stand up for herself, and challenge her preconceived notions about herself and her family. The journey is messy and uncertain, but with Brad's unwavering support and her growing bond with Garrett, Alex slowly starts to heal and find her place in the world. The list and her mother's hidden truths become a map to her best self. Alex, a young woman feeling stagnant in her life and career, is thrown into a whirlwind when her mother Elizabeth passes away. Instead of a straightforward inheritance, Alex is left with a unique challenge: to complete a life list she wrote when she was 13 years old. Her mother believed this list would help Alex reconnect with her true self and pursue her dreams. Each completed item on the list unlocks a new video message from her mother. If Alex finishes the entire list by New Year's, she will receive her full inheritance. The list contains a variety of goals, some seemingly simple, others deeply personal or challenging. These include performing stand-up comedy, getting a tattoo, learning to play Claire de Lune on the piano, becoming a great teacher, making peace with her father, camping under a full moon, playing one-on-one with a New York Knick, going all out in a mosh pit, reading Moby Dick, and most dauntingly, finding true love. As Alex embarks on this journey, she's overseen by Brad, the charming and supportive young lawyer handling her mother's estate. Early on, Alex is dating Finn, a gamer, but their relationship quickly fizzles as she realizes he doesn't truly understand or support her. She then meets Garrett, the principal of a women's shelter, where she begins volunteering as a teacher, fulfilling one of her list items. Garrett seems like a promising new romantic interest, even helping her check off other items like playing basketball with a Knick and getting a tattoo. However, as Alex and Garrett's relationship progresses, Alex starts to feel that he's controlling and that their life revolves entirely around his world. This becomes evident during a disastrous dinner party Alex hosts with her friends, where Garrett feels out of place and criticizes her and her friends. He also makes a comment about her only being with him to fulfill her mother's inheritance requirements, leading to a heated argument and their eventual breakup. Amidst her personal challenges, Alex uncovers a significant family secret. Her biological father is not the man who raised her, but a musician named Johnny. With the help of her brothers and Brad, she tracks Johnny down in Vermont. Their first meeting is a mix of awkwardness and intimacy, but Johnny ultimately doesn't show up for their planned follow-up meeting, leaving Alex disappointed. Throughout the year, Brad proves to be a constant source of support and encouragement for Alex, helping her navigate the emotional ups and downs of the list. Their friendship deepens, and after Garrett leaves, romantic tension builds between them. After a night of drinking, they share a passionate kiss, which Alex initially dismisses as a mistake, especially since Brad has a girlfriend, Nina. However, Brad later reveals that he and Nina broke up because of his feelings for Alex. As the new year approaches, Alex realizes that despite completing almost everything on her list, she believes she has failed the find true love item. Her father expresses his longing for her, and she begins to understand how her mother's bond with her might have made her brothers and father feel excluded. When she finally watches her mother's last video, Elizabeth reveals that she never truly expected Alex to find true love on a deadline, and that the real inheritance is the family home, a place of immense sentimental value. Elizabeth's final message emphasizes that love is worth fighting for. Inspired by her mother's words, Alex finally understands her true feelings for Brad. She rushes to his house, crashes her car, a funny callback to her mother's earlier warning, and confesses her love for him, citing a 4-questions test for true love that her mother had mentioned. Brad reciprocates her feelings and they share a romantic kiss. The film concludes with Alex and Brad celebrating New Year's Eve in her inherited childhood home, surrounded by friends and family, having found love and a renewed sense of purpose. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.